So many flowers. Are they all medicinal? You know, the more and more I find out, the more and more I think that they just might all be. I'm Michele Wildflower, and thank you so much for joining us on tonight's episode of Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show. I am the Director of Education for Nature's Mysteries Academy of Holistic Health and the founder and formulator for Nature's Mysteries Apothecary. We're formulating full spectrum CBD products. And at our new school, we have a holistic health practitioner program that upon completion of our 12-week program, you can apply to the American Association of Drugless Practitioners and become a board certified holistic health practitioner. How cool would that be, right? So the book that we're using is my book that I was contracted to write by the University of Natural Health. And it's this book. And this evening, we're going to be, in my book, I profiled 33 different herbs. Some were flowers, some were roots, some were mushrooms, some was seaweed, lichen. So I tried not to limit it to just plant medicine. It's really basically herbal medicine that you're learning about. And tonight what we're going to learn about is flower medicine specifically. And St. John's wort is what we're going to be talking about this evening. That's one of the many 33 plants that I profiled in my book, and it's actually been used for over 2,000 years. So it's been around for a long time. In Europe, they actually use it as like a pharmaceutical medication. It's prescribed to people, and so it's not like, you know, when people say about herbs that, you know, it's like you're not really sure, or where it's like a guessing game or anything like that. Definitely isn't the case with herbs, right? Because plants have been around for thousands, millions of years. So it's not really a guessing game if you're using any kind of plant medicine, right? Because that's pretty sure. We know about it, we know the dangers, we know the risks. We know that if we use it properly, that we don't have to worry about any dangers or risks. It's not like other medications where when you use it properly, you do have a lot of dangers and risks. And that's what this show is all about. We're trying to help people find alternatives to other medications that have debilitating side effects that prevent you from working, prevent you from driving, just make you want to sleep, or make you just want more, that have addictive qualities to them. So tonight we're going to talk about St. John's wort, and it has so many amazing properties to it. So like I said, it's been used for over 2,000 years, and before I get to its amazing properties, I just wanted to give you a little background about its history. And so the flowers are yellow. They're cute little yellow flowers that grow a bunch of them on the plant. And when you harvest them, it actually turns your fingers kind of purple, which is really cool. It like amazes children because it's a yellow flower, so why would it turn your fingers purple, right? But it's actually the hypericum that's in there, a compound in there, and it actually causes it to turn red. And when you add the flowers to oil, let's say if you collected them and you got a mason jar and you filled it up almost full with St. John's wort flowers, and then you poured some olive oil or safflower or almond, jojoba, those are all nice oils that you can use for extracting medicine. And after a couple days of you shaking it and placing it in the sun, the oil will actually start turning red. So it's super cool. It freaks children out. And unfortunately, there were many women who died because of that, because during the witch hunts and trials and all that, they said that it was the work of the devil, and it wasn't the work of any devil. It was hypericin. It's a compound found in St. John's wort that actually causes it to change that color. So it's like magic. It's been known for a very long time. It's been regarded as a plant that keeps away evil spirits and has protective qualities to it, and also helps to like boost your immune system, which, you know, in the olden days they might not have known all of the exact compounds in it and why, but it is antiviral, it is antibacterial, so it would help to keep away evil spirits, right? And it would help to make you feel better because you're avoiding those pathogens and it's killing them. It's so good for your skin. It's anti-inflammatory. It has anesthetic qualities, which means that it deadens sensation. It's analgesic, which means it's pain relieving. It's antiseptic, which means that it kills any kind of germs or pathogens on a fresh wound. So it's also, like I said, anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant. It's great for any kind of like insomnia. It has sedative qualities to it. So if you were having a hard time sleeping, you could use it. It's great. It's a nervine herb, which means it's really good for any kind of nerve problems or nerve issues, any kind of neuropathy or nerve pain. And it's a great antidepressant as an alternative to ones that cause suicidal thoughts and brain bleeding and the list of side effects that all those pharmaceutical medications have. And so plant medicine's safer. You don't need to worry so much if you use it as directed, like with anything else, you know, everything in moderation, right? Too much of anything isn't good for you. So if you use it as prescribed, in my book, I have a lot of recipes in there that you could use to make if you wanted to use it for your skin, or it's great for the parts of your body that it benefits, is your brain, your liver, your lungs, your reproductive system, skin. It's great for wounds, any kind of wound healing. I put it in our healing salve, and we've gotten, like before I put CBD in it, we got like over 60 testimonials on it from eczema and psoriasis sufferers who had been on like $100 prescriptions, tried everything, nothing worked, and our healing salve helped them. St. John's wort isn't the only ingredient in there. There's a lot of other ingredients in there. You can, I'd say there's probably 15 different plant oils in there, such as like almond oil and rosehip seed and borage and evening primrose and flaxseed and hemp seed. It's just such a nice blend that's high in essential fatty acids and omega-3s. And if you're interested in learning how to make your own plant medicine, you could join our Holistic Health Practitioner program that begins September 12th and learn how to make your own medicine. There's over 150 different recipes in my book that we go over, and it's 33 different plants, like I said. There's 99 different herbal definitions, so you can learn, you know, the functions and properties and actions of the herbs, you know, not just what their names are or how to use them, but you can actually learn, you know, like I said, antiseptic, anesthetic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, hepatic. It's good. I mean, there's just so many good properties that it has. So there's many reasons to use it, but it does have one thing that you should look out for is that if you're taking it internally, it can actually cause photosensitivity, which means that it makes you sensitive to a breakout. You could get a rash or something like that. So if you're someone who is excuse me, if you're someone who's interested in taking it internally, you just might want to make sure that you don't, you know, spend prolonged periods in direct sunlight. Just make sure that you have, like, you know, some little covering, like a hat or something, and some long sleeves to cover your arms so that you don't suffer from that. And not everyone has it, but it just could happen. But I mean, you know, it's a lot better than a lot of other possible side effects that could happen with other remedies that other people might recommend for you. So that's why I love plant medicine, is because it's a safer option, and most of the time you can kind of play with your dose a little bit until you find the sweet spot for you that feels right. If you're using it for wound healing, you can always find it, you know, in your health food store, or you can always make your own, which is nice. It's a wildflower that grows everywhere. And wildflowers, what's nice about them as opposed to a plant that's cultivated in your garden, is that they have more potent, more medicinal properties. So they're a little more potent. There's higher levels of curative properties found in them, just naturally, you know what I mean? Because they're growing where they naturally would. And you can actually tell a lot about the soil quality and what kind of minerals and such are in the soil by what weeds are growing there. But that would be like a talk for an episode at another time. But in my book, I talk about that, weeds and what they tell, and how you can figure out what kind of soil you have around you by the plants that are growing there. So that's something else that you could learn. It's about 650 pages, so I covered a lot of different interesting information. I would think I was done, and then I would be like, oh, I didn't tell them about that. And so then I would have to like add like 25 more pages or something like that. So it definitely keep you busy. And we're having a sale on the website until tomorrow, and it's 10% off. You can use it on the Holistic Health Practitioner program. You could use it on a CBD product. Make sure to go check out our testimonials on our YouTube channel. We got so many. We started the YouTube channel, and we're, I think, at about 100 now, somewhere right around there. So we've helped a lot of folks feel better. You could be one of those folks feeling better if you tried one of our products. We're at Waitsfield Farmers Market every weekend through the second weekend in October. So if you're somewhere in Vermont and you'd like to try our products, we'd love to meet you and have you come down. Otherwise, I think that's about all the information that we were talking about this evening on Nature's Mysteries Medicine Show. And I thank you so much for joining us. We're airing every week at 6:30 p.m. and we have a list of this month. We're going to be talking about flowers the whole month and flower medicine. And you can look on our profile page. Actually, it's not on the profile page. On our profile picture, I have the sale up. But tomorrow when I take the sale down, it will have that list on there. It's actually another post that you can go find on our page if you're interested in what will be talking about the rest of the month. So thank you so much. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to us at info@naturesmysteries.com, and you can head to naturesmysteries.com to learn more about our 10% off sale. Thank you so much for joining us and discovering the essence of plant medicine. Hope you have a great night. Take care.